Somebody left a comment on here about 4 Mesa cops that like to talk about me and how they wish that they could catch me off duty and then they would do something to me and then take me to some burying grounds. I got some news for you dummies that think that. I'm gonna cut you off if you try to do anything to me. You may not survive. You think you're badass, but you just may not survive. Better hope that you're doing what you're doing legally, because if you're not, I'm not playing no more games with you. Watch. Somebody left a comment on here about 4 Mesa cops that like to talk about me and how they wish that they could catch me off duty and then they would do something, shoot me, and then take me to some burying grounds. I got some news for you dumbasses that think that. I'm gonna cut you off if you try to do anything to me. Just keep that in mind. You may not survive. You think you're badass, but you just may not survive. Yeah, I'm tired of the cowardice. I'm over it. I tell you right now, any of you cops watching, you think you're gonna pull some shit with me, I'm gonna smoke you before you even get a chance to do it. Better hope that you're doing what you're doing legally, because if you're not, I'm not playing no more games with you. Watch.
He definitely said that, no doubt. But let's take a look at how the cops will twist your words into something that they can use against you by simply lying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, where to begin? This is interesting. This is not something that you should be seeing or I should be able to post on the internet, but I'm going to anyway. So I'll just go ahead and read some of this to you. It says that it's a threat assessment by the Gilbert Police Department at 75 East Civic Center Drive, Gilbert, Arizona, 85296. Their phone number is 480-503-6500. And this was posted by the Criminal Intelligence Unit Detective Marcus Hernandez. His email is marcus.hernandez@gilbertaz.gov. And this is an officer awareness bulletin. Basically, they're trying to put every officer on edge with this bulletin, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But it has a picture of me from a recent live stream. It has my full name. It has all of my information. That's pretty much correct, give or take a few addresses and phone numbers and license plate numbers. But you get the gist. They got my information, and they sent out a bulletin to every officer, at least in Gilbert, probably in all of Arizona. Keep in mind, the sole purpose of this bulletin is to escalate any encounter that I may have with the police. That's it. Now let's read some of their lies. On June 24th, 2023, at approximately 0700 hours, a popular YouTube personality identified as Christopher Ruff, using the account DirectD, posted a video directing threats towards law enforcement. Christopher states in his 13.5 long minute video that he will cut the heads off of law enforcement and they will not survive an encounter with him. Christopher also states at the end of his video he is going to smoke any cop that comes after him. It should be noted, Christopher has a history of posting degrading and defamatory comments towards law enforcement and court officials on his YouTube channel, DirectD. After having interactions with them, Christopher has even posted law enforcement officers and court officials' home addresses and their private photos and solicited his viewers to contact those individuals in a harassing manner. But there's no PC to arrest him at this time. Now, before I read this to you, I played the two clips that they're claiming are threats towards law enforcement officers. Now, anybody that follows this channel knows what an actual threat is. When you say, if you do something, I'm going to defend myself, that's not a threat. That's called self-defense. Rewind it and listen again in case you're confused. I didn't threaten anybody. All I said is I would defend myself. You just don't like the way that I said it. But look at how they wrote this. They lied. They do it in bulletins, and they do it on police reports, and then they do it in court, and nobody does anything about them. Now, the name Marcus Hernandez is important because he's been mentioned in a video on this channel before in regards to a completely different incident involving Vanessa Lasico from the Tempe Municipal Court, a prosecutor that I have exposed on this channel and is still working for the government. Imagine that. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's go on to the next part. Now, here in cautions, we see where Marcus added the element of fear to his propaganda. Let me read it to you. Christopher is a prohibited possessor of weapons, but it is unknown at this time if he has access to any. Based on Christopher's recent threats of harm towards law enforcement officers, officers should exercise extreme caution when conducting enforcement or making an arrest. Sounds like Marcus Hernandez is the one that's scared. Now, every statement in this so far has been absolutely, categorically false, malicious, misleading, and inappropriately put into this bulletin for a lot of police to see. But this is the most juicy part for me because they're trying to paint a history over the course of the last 10 years, basically, of me being a blatant repeat criminal. So in 2011, they're claiming I was arrested for aggravated assault and kidnapping and went to prison for 7 years. This is correct. And I got out of prison, and I have never been convicted of another felony since I got out of prison. But look at what they have here. 2021, aggravated assault on law enforcement. 2022, resisting arrest. 2023, resisting arrest. But what's funny is I have never been convicted of aggravated assault on a police officer, nor was I convicted of resisting arrest in 2022, nor resisting arrest in 2023. This bulletin is literally meant to paint me as a violent criminal so they can conduct a felony stop on me and basically kill me when they come into contact with me. This is what this is doing right here. Marcus Hernandez of the Gilbert Police Department put this out. Now, let me slap you with a little dose of reality for those of you that watch this channel and think that this can't happen to you. I've got 230-something thousand subscribers on just this channel. Probably another 150 across the internet and other platforms. And they're comfortably doing this kind of thing to me. They would comfortably kill me at a felony traffic stop if they thought that they could get away with it. Now, if they think that they could do that to a popular YouTube personality, as they mentioned above, they can abso-fucking-lutely do it to you. You better wake up and you better get off your couch and you better do something. Now, in this next clip, I'm going to show you exactly how I know who Marcus Hernandez is from a previous contact. Yeah, is Vanessa here? Direct D, tell her Christopher Ruff's out here. I need to leave.
Yeah, you need to leave. Let me call security, okay?
Security? I was just in court.
You need to leave, though. Can you please leave? Or I'm going to call security. We don't want you in our office.
You don't want me in your office?
Yeah, let me call security.
Today, we are going to show you Vanessa Lasico. Vanessa Lasico is a Tempe City prosecutor. She is the police in-house prosecutor or lawyer. Basically, she's responsible for coaching them through court, make sure that they don't mess up. Vanessa Lasico first came to the collective attention of Arizona during the freeway shooter trials. Freeway shooter trials were about Leslie Merritt Jr. They were accusing him of shooting at vehicles on the freeway. They really didn't know who it was. Vanessa Lasico was part of the prosecution team that was trying to keep evidence from the public, evidence from the media to be released to the public, and it took a court order to unseal and release the information to the media and the public. Fast forward a few years to 2016, Sylvia Moyer takes the police chief position for the city of Tempe, and she lasted all the way up until 2020. 2020, there was a shooting incident of Sean Mold. A police officer named Adam Shipley showed up as Sean was being shot by another police officer, and he witnessed the whole thing. So he had to testify in court. His counsel in court, or his lawyer, one of those was Vanessa Lasico. During the course of her representation or her help and counsel of Adam Shipley, she developed a relationship with him and started an extramarital affair. And cheated on her husband. Happened to be a Maricopa County sheriff's officer. Sal, which was Vanessa's husband, found out about her extramarital affair with Adam Shipley and started calling her on it. And then a whole bunch of drama ensued. The reason I bring up Sylvia Moyer is friends with Vanessa Lasico. Days before she resigned, Sal got arrested for allegedly stalking and harassing his own wife and Adam Shipley. In this video, you're going to see all kinds of evidence of that. I've gotten inside information, things that you obviously wouldn't see unless somebody sent it to me. So the information that I'm giving you is accurate to the best of my knowledge and comes from the sources. So enjoy.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We have some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Well, new this morning, a Maricopa County Sheriff's deputy is behind bars after allegedly threatening a Tempe police employee.
Vanessa Lasico is the city worker and Adam Shipley is the Tempe officer. They did this to get in front of any negative info that could be released on Vanessa and Shipley.
Last night, Deputy Sal Cuevas was arrested at his home. Tempe police say the department began a criminal investigation when another city employee feared for their safety and the safety of the police employee. The deputy was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Maricopa this week. Then he was booked in the Pinal County Jail on charges of domestic violence and stalking. Gilbert police are now part of the investigation as well, although it's not clear how. We're told that the deputy, Sal Cuevas, could be facing more charges.
So, how did I get involved and come about all this information? Well, I was arrested in Tempe by Eric Hernandez and David Hightower for standing on a sidewalk. This put me in the Tempe municipal court system. While in court, I had an exchange with a female prosecutor. She was very rude. I asked her for her name and she refused to give it to me. So, I promised I'd find out who she was. After some research, I discovered her name to be Vanessa Lasico. Then I started to investigate and document and discovered a whole lot of crap on her. After a while, multiple sources started providing me with evidence of perjury, prosecutorial misconduct, evidence tampering, witness intimidation, and a slew of ethics violations and misconducts. I mean, the list just goes on and on with this woman. Here's some of it.
Vanessa is not allowing me to leave. She's standing, blocking my... I'm trying to leave, and she's blocking me. She is willfully standing and blocking my drive. Vanessa, please get out of the way so I can leave. Vanessa? Please move out of the way so I can leave. to live like this. I'm not going to keep hurting you because I'm asking you for it. Well, how about you go call shipping?
I don't want anyone but you.
You were texting him that you wanted to see him. Yes or no?
I did not say those things.
What did you say? What did you say? You don't remember.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, I want you to tell me.
I told him about things that I liked.
And what did you tell him? That you like something? Right? Is that what you told him?
I'm really sure.
Well, now you even suck on me if you want.
I did.
Too bad. You're not sucking on mine. You're in June 20. Here's what I'm doing. What else did you tell me you like? You want to get yes. What else? That you want to give me pussy, you know? What else? And what did he tell you that he liked?
Those things.
And you also told him that you were pleasuring yourself?
I said that, but I wasn't.
And he said he was stroking himself off you?
He said that.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the way.
So, after a few months of investigating Vanessa, I decided to go up to the 3rd floor of the Tempe Municipal Court building where the prosecutor's office is located and ask Vanessa some questions personally. And this is the response that I got.
We don't want you in our office.
You don't want me in your office?
Yeah. Let me call security.
She's calling security to have them escort me.
Why you?
I don't know. I asked if Vanessa's here. She said, you need to leave.
Gilbert police are now part of the investigation as well, although it's not clear how.
This same guy that will lie to you on an internal memo will also lie to your face and lie on a police report and in court. And he will also lie about how he will keep your kids safe the next time there's any kind of disruptions at a school. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and stay tuned for the next update on this crazy situation. So you would abuse your authority if I exercise my right? Whatever. I don't personally care what you sentence me to. I'm appealing everything today, so it's going to freeze whatever you sentence me to, and we're just going to kick it to a higher court. Because clearly this one is corrupt.
They turning our communities to hot blocks. Yeah, they got Glocks, handcuffs, and badges. They swearing that they hot shots. They want to lock us and throw away the stop. Watch, you know, direct deal, show you how to cop. Watch, cop, watch. Record them when a cop stops. And ignore the pig chatter when a cop talks. You don't need a top-notch camera, just a cop watch. You gotta know your rights or you lose them. So we cop, watch.